What I saw to Dubois last night is a continuation of a man finding himself, what I saw against Miller. Look, let's be straight here. Dubois always had ability. He was strong, he knew how to fight, he had good people around him.
Boxing pros have revealed why Daniel Dubois will beat Anthony Joshua. Zhang is predicting a world-shaking upset when Dubois squares off against Joshua. Although Dubois is coming off a stellar victory against Filip Hrgović, he is generally considered a considerable underdog in the bout. Despite past defeats to Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk, Zhang, a top contender in the heavyweight ranks, has faith that Dubois has what it takes to prevail. Zhang said, "I personally favor Daniel Dubois to pull this off because he is on the surge, he is hungry, he is young, and he has the fire in him. He had a beautiful knockout victory over Filip Hrgović last time, so I really have my faith in the underdog. We are literally 3 weeks away, and I believe he will shock the world." AJ, widely regarded as the more seasoned fighter, is the clear favorite for the upcoming bout. However, Daniel Dubois has garnered support from heavyweight contender Zhang. Zhang, who believes that Joshua might be hesitant or even fearful of a rematch, having previously faced Joshua in the amateur ranks at London 2012, where Joshua won on points, predicts that Dubois will shock the world with an upset victory over Joshua later this month. Zhang said, "I look forward to that fight and it may end with a knockout. Joshua's chin is always a question mark in my humble opinion. We will see what happens." Dubois' victory against Joshua might not be earth-shattering, but it would definitely be an upset. Triumphing over the former two-time heavyweight champion would position Dubois, the current IBF heavyweight champ, in an enviable spot. Dubois has even stated his intention to defeat Joshua and then rule for an extended period. Should Dubois triumph over AJ, the 26-year-old, who celebrates his 27th birthday this week, will be primed for a roster of major matchups. A potential showdown with Zhang could be on the horizon. Presently, Dubois is deep into rigorous training, honing both his physical prowess and mental resilience. The upcoming bout could turn into a grueling battle or conclude in an unexpectedly swift finish. In any case, not many believe Joshua Dubois covers the same ground. Will Dubois succeed, though, if Zhang is correct? Simon Jordan, co-host of Talk Sports, has frequently voiced criticism toward two-time heavyweight champ Anthony Joshua. However, in an unusual turn of events, Jordan has praised Joshua as he prepares to face Daniel Dubois on September 21st. A victory in this bout would elevate Joshua to a three-time heavyweight champion status. Despite this, former super middleweight champion Carl Froch takes significant issue with Jordan's suggestion that Joshua would enter the realm of immortality should he triumph over Dubois in their IBF title clash. The Cobra contended that the championship title Joshua and Dubois are vying for was passed down from Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed heavyweight champion. Usyk had to relinquish the IBF title because he was unable to defend it against his mandatory challenger Dubois in time, due to a contractual obligation to face Tyson Fury in a rematch on December 21st, 2024. As a result, Daniel Dubois was subsequently promoted to the position of IBF heavyweight champion. On that note, Froch ranted, "Simon Jordan said that if AJ beats Dubois and becomes a three-time world champion, then he is in the realm of immortality. Sorry, Simon, but that is bullshit." Further emphasizing the fact that Anthony Joshua will be fighting for a belt that was stripped off Alexander Usyk, he stated, "You can't say that by winning a title that has been stripped off of the champion, he has become immortal. That is the problem that I have got with this title being fragmented or vacated or taken off of the real champion, which is Usyk. That is my main problem." He also criticized Jordan's remarks as a slight against the storied legacy of past world champions. He highlighted figures like Lennox Lewis, who in 1999 achieved the status of undisputed champion by besting the legendary Evander Holyfield during the era of the three-belt system. Immortality? You are comparing him with the likes of Lennox Lewis, for example. Come on, you can't compare those CVs, Froch said. Intriguingly, Alexander Usyk, who had relinquished the IBF belt, emerged victorious over Anthony Joshua on 2 occasions. Joshua's unified heavyweight championship was taken by Usyk in 2021, and despite a second bout, Joshua was unable to reclaim his titles. Taking the aforementioned fact into account, Froch further remarked, "If AJ beats Dubois, then he is going going to hold his hand up with that IBF heavyweight belt and say, I am now the 3-time heavyweight world champion. Everybody with a brain is going to be saying, hang on a minute, didn't you lose to the guy that you have just took that belt off? Simon Jordan probably didn't fully understand what he was saying there because he's not in the realm of immortality by beating somebody's belt that is taken off them. When Joshua and his opponent square off inside the squared circle, Joshua's opponent is determined to treat him disrespectfully. Joshua, clearly irked by Dubois' provocative behavior and eagerness to engage on the spot, felt the younger fighter's brash attitude was starting to grate on him. I'll throw this chair across your face, don't disrespect me. Joshua's fury erupted as he shouted. The two fighters were on the brink of a violent clash, but just in time, security intervened and pulled them apart, averting a potential melee. In a recent interview with Queensberry Promotions, Dubois remarked that if AJ is seeking respect, he's chosen the wrong field, as boxing isn't the place to demand it. Is there respect in that ring? At the end of the day, this is a fight. If you want respect, go and become a lawyer or a doctor, Dubois stated. The 26-year-old combatant is unmistakably prepared for battle, displaying no hint of psychological weakness. Meanwhile, the 34-year-old Joshua is determined to exact revenge for the insolent comment, setting his sights on making Dubois suffer the consequences of his disrespect. As the showdown draws nearer, the Dynamite has fired back at AJ's recent disrespect comment made during their face-off. Disrespect isn't quite the right term, is it? We're in the boxing ring, the 26-year-old contender told Queensberry Promotions in a recent interview. He also emphasized to Joshua that respect should be checked at the door when stepping into the ring. Dubois stated solemnly, "Is there respect in that ring? At the end of the day, this is a fight. If you want respect, go and become a lawyer or a doctor. This is a fight game, and you know, I'm ready, 100% ready, to just go out there and fight now." It appears that the two well-known British boxers are clearly looking to injure each other going into the match. Conversely, Anthony Joshua will approach the Dubois bout with a fierce determination, driven by his ambition to reclaim his position at the pinnacle of the heavyweight division. The showdown with Dubois is pivotal in shaping Joshua's path to undisputed champion status. Securing a victory over the Greenwich fighter would position Joshua perfectly for a bout with the victor of the Usyk-Fury encounter set for December. All he's got on his mind is Dubois, obviously winning the world heavyweight title, but I know that if he wins September 21st, the only fight he will want is the winner of Usyk Fury, AJ's promoter Eddie Hearn stated. He's always wanted to fight Fury, he'll definitely do it. But when the decision is read out on December 21st, he will want the winner of that fight because he's only one fight away from being undisputed himself, the Matchroom Boxing head added. In boxing, a fighter's legacy transcends mere records and trophies. It's defined by the magnetic presence they brought to each bout and the unforgettable moments they created within the hallowed ring. Fans don't just recall the victories or stats. They remember the spirit of the battles fought and the lasting impact of every punch and move. In the heavyweight division, each punch is a force of raw intention. Just one blow can change the course of the fight in an instant. As the aftermath settles, spectators are treated to the sight of a victorious fighter, triumphant and arms aloft, while the arena pulses with excitement. Conversely, the defeated opponent is left to face the formidable challenge of ascending once more, fueled by aspirations of future triumph, renown, and the prestigious title of greatest of all time. Daniel Dubois is set to face his greatest challenge to date with a showdown against Anthony Joshua, crowned world champion. On June 26th, Dubois has a prime opportunity to solidify his title and rectify what he views as a wrong from his fight with Alexander Usyk. This upcoming bout promises not only to fortify his claim to the championship, but also to serve as a platform for personal redemption.
I think he's the young guy. I think he's matured, and over the last few years he's had some great experience, and it's all gelling for him. He's had two really good performances in these last two.
For Joshua, this is his chance to reclaim his crown as the world champion and challenge Usyk for the undisputed title. Dubois sees it as his moment to showcase his talents and solidify his position among the boxing elite. Fans can expect a thrilling match that promises to captivate and entertain. Joshua, known for his formidable knockout power and relentless drive, contrasts with Dubois, whose strategic jab echoes the classic style of Sonny Liston. Both fighters are at crucial junctures in their careers, making this bout even more compelling.
Get the wins, get the wins, get the wins.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Free time doesn't inspire you?
Oh yeah, silently it does. I've got the belts plastered around my room. Not the ones that I fought for, but small little token ones, just to keep my mind in tune with what the goal is, but just him. I don't focus on the belt, just him.
Anthony Joshua enters the ring this time as the underdog. Following his loss to Usyk on August 20th, 2022, he has made a notable comeback, earning 4 straight wins over Jermaine Franklin, Robert Helenius, Otto Wallen, and most recently, Francis Ngannou. Now at 34, Joshua has faced scrutiny over his technical boxing prowess, a concern he openly addressed during his match with Alexander Usyk. Joshua has embarked on a transformative journey, aligning himself with new coach Ben Davison. This collaboration has injected a fresh sense of purpose and energy into his training regime, propelling him towards a decisive moment on the international stage. As he gears up to take on Daniel Dubois, Joshua steps into the arena as the favored contender, leveraging his vast experience in high-stakes matches. Anthony Joshua understands that a triumph in this bout will not only secure him a 3rd world championship title, but also set the stage for epic future encounters. Whether it's a potential trilogy with Alexander Usyk or a thrilling battle of Britain against Tyson Fury, Daniel Dubois enters the ring with a reputation as the de facto world champion in the eyes of many. While the IBF officially recognizes him as the full champion, this match symbolizes his genuine return to the fans' affection. Dubois also faced off against Usyk. Despite a controversial ending, he was ultimately defeated.
Of course, I was speaking about before, I was in a dark place and I was going through some stuff, but I feel like I've been resurrected now, and I'm in the light again and I'm ready to fight. And he's been the king for a while, and he's been the king for a long time too, in fact. But you know what? I feel like it's my time, and I'm a king slayer.
Dubois enters the ring with a significant disadvantage in experience compared to his opponent, but with stakes that are undeniably high. At just 8 years younger and with a less extensive fight record, he's on the brink of a pivotal test. A victory could herald a transformative era for the heavyweight division, potentially altering the trajectory for British fighters. Such a triumph would not only launch him into the realm of superstardom, but also solidify his status among the sport's elite. Anthony Joshua enters this fight at a pivotal moment in his career, where a loss could jeopardize his prospects for a lengthy period, possibly even sparking discussions about retirement. After dedicating 2 years to rejuvenate his career and change trainers, Joshua finds himself with a crucial chance to demonstrate that he is still the dominant figure who unified the heavyweight division between 2016 and 2019. Daniel Dubois has yet to prove his prowess against the upper echelon of fighters. A loss in this match could cement his reputation as someone who finds it difficult to contend with the division's best. Having already faced setbacks against Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk, a defeat at 26 might raise questions about his commitment and future prospects in boxing.
The first 2 rounds of Hrgovic, how many right-handers did he catch with? I was getting off watching how many right-handers he got caught with, and we've been talking about it. That's resilience. I still think, I'm going to bang on about Usyk. He gave Usyk his toughest fight up until the fight with Tyson. That was a tough night for Usyk at the end of the day, and then unfortunately what happened, and I think that was more about the frustration of what was going on with the referee, but it's irrelevant. He's got over that, he's done that.
Dubois and Joshua stand at opposite ends of their boxing odyssey. Dubois, newly crowned world champion, is reveling in the euphoria of his recent triumph. In contrast, Joshua, a veteran with a rich legacy, is resolute in his quest to rectify past errors and restore his position at the pinnacle of the sport. As September 21st approaches, brace yourself for a clash where the true measure of victory will hinge not on sheer power or experience, but on the unwavering resolve of each fighter to forge ahead. Should Anthony Joshua triumph over a resurgent Daniel Dubois, his path to becoming a 3-time heavyweight champion will remain firmly in sight. There is optimism from at least one observer who believes AJ has the ability to advance to the next level with finesse. The stage is set for a gripping all-British heavyweight clash at Wembley Stadium in London, where the 34-year-old Joshua will face the 26-year-old Dubois for the IBF heavyweight title. Joshua seeks to reclaim one of the 3 titles he once held, taking on Dubois, who has recently been elevated from interim champion to full IBF title holder. As the highly awaited clash draws near, Eddie Hearn, the chairman of Matchroom Boxing and promoter for Joshua, is bracing for a formidable challenge for his fighter. Hearn said on DAZN, "It's a massive fight. Both guys are in the form of their careers right now, the confidence of their careers. Dubois is a very dangerous opponent, but AJ's looking sensational. I believe he knocks him out in style." Since losing his unified title to Alexander Usyk of Ukraine in September 2021, Joshua has secured a 4-fight winning streak. After a defeat in their rematch 11 months later, Joshua has bounced back with notable victories over Jermaine Franklin Jr., Robert Helenius, Otto Wallen, and Francis Ngannou. Tension has been brewing between Joshua and Dubois since the fight was announced. Hearn believes that this animosity will fuel his fighter, propelling him to a decisive victory once again. Hearn said, "Absolutely. Joshua is always motivated, but when that happens, there's just a little bit more spring in the step and spine cap. And this is a chance for AJ to become 3-time world heavyweight champion on such a massive night." On the other hand, Dubois is gearing up for his second appearance on the World Championship stage after his 9-round knockout loss to Usyk last August, a fight that was for Usyk's 3 heavyweight titles. Since then, Dubois has made a strong comeback with TKO wins over Jarrell Miller and Filip Hrgović. Now he's embarking on his second quest for the world title, set to face one of the sport's top heavyweights, Joshua. Hearn expects nothing short of an exceptional performance from his fighter. Hearn added, "Both fighters are in their formative careers right now, and the confidence is up there. This should be a great night of boxing." Both fighters have bounced back impressively since their losses to Usyk, who defeated Joshua twice by decision and knocked out Dubois. Recently, Joshua has notched stoppage victories against Robert Helenius, Otto Wallen, and Francis Ngannou. On the other hand, Dubois has scored hard-fought stoppage wins over the previously unbeaten Jarrell Miller and Filip Hrgović. The forthcoming boxing card at Wembley Stadium is set to break attendance records, featuring top British talent. A major highlight is the anticipated appearance of Prince Nassim Hamed, a legendary UK fighter. Ahead of the event, he revealed his predictions to pro boxing fans. Hamed said, "I think AJ wins, to be honest, by KO." Few anticipate this match going the full 12 rounds. With a combined 45 knockouts, both heavyweights have tasted defeat by stoppage. Promoter Frank Warren envisions a contest characterized by strategic jabs, particularly praising Dubois' formidable jab. Yet, Joshua's team contends that Dubois cannot withstand the same kind of punishment he did against Croatia's Hrgović when up against a powerful puncher like their fighter. The winner will be keenly watching the December rematch between Usyk and Tyson Fury, setting their sights on an undisputed title fight early in 2025. Usyk relinquished the red and gold strap, which led to him being recognized as a full champion. Meanwhile, Triple D has secured victories in his subsequent matches following his defeat to the Ukrainian. The highly anticipated clash between Joshua and Dubois is shaping up to be a spectacular event. Saudi boxing executive Turki Al-Sheikh has confirmed that their request has been officially sanctioned in preparation for the Grand Showdown. Anticipating a crowd of 96,000, he declared on social media that the request to raise the show's capacity has been granted by the local authorities. On X, Turkey wrote, "Our request to extend the capacity for a record boxing crowd at Wembley Stadium for the Joshua vs. Dubois fight at the Riyadh season card. Wembley edition has been approved. Tickets will go on sale on Friday at 12 p.m. UK time. The expected attendance of 96,000 would surpass the 94,000 who watched Tyson Fury take on Dillian White in April 2022. This upcoming fight will be Joshua's 6th stadium match in the UK, with 2 of those held at Wembley Stadium. At this renowned venue, he secured victories over both Vladimir Klitschko and Alexander Povetkin. Joshua has also fought twice at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and twice at Cardiff's Principality Stadium. Dubois, on the other hand, only fought once in a UK stadium, appearing on the undercard of Fury vs. Derek Chisora at Tottenham Stadium. According to Duke McKenzie, Daniel Dubois is poised to deliver a surprising victory over Anthony Joshua next month. Both fighters, having showcased impressive performances in their latest matches, are set to enter the ring in peak condition. McKenzie, a champion across 3 weight divisions, is confident that Dubois has the skill and determination needed to retain his title. McKenzie said, "I don't know if he's the people's favorite, and I don't know if he's the bookie's favorite, and I don't gamble, but if I did right now and I had to pick one person to win this particular fight, I'm slightly leaning towards Dubois. When you look at the last several fights that they've had, AJ's had the softer ride in. Dubois has the more natural athleticism about him. He's more loose than AJ. He would have done his research on AJ and know how to beat him." Anthony Joshua, the 2-time unified heavyweight champion, has recently regained his edge after a challenging period. Known for his impressive physical abilities, Joshua's confidence and composure, which were hallmarks of his early championship days, seem to have been reignited. After dominating Otto Wallen in 5 rounds of strategic boxing and overpowering the formidable Francis Ngannou, he is once again showcasing the prowess that made him a champion. Joshua exhibited a calm and strategic approach as he methodically dismantled Wallen over 5 rounds with chilling precision. However, he unleashed a fierce and relentless assault to overpower Ngannou in less than 2 rounds. Despite these dominant performances, performances, Frank Warren, promoter for Daniel Dubois, expects Joshua will encounter far greater challenges when he squares off against the newly determined IBF heavyweight champion next month.
At the fight, I said Dubois would beat Arguably.
Yeah, we were sitting next to each other.
With all due respect, you don't underestimate anyone, but I know boxing very well. All this stuff that we talk about, I study Daniel, and I look at some of the things that he says, his characteristics, his boxing talent, you know, his upbringing and so on. All of it's irrelevant. Is he ready? Everything I tell you now is irrelevant. He will see September 21st.
Alexander Usyk left Joshua stunned with his flawless timing and skill, and Andy Ruiz's blistering speed had famously sent Joshua to the mat 4 times in their 2019 bout in New York. Yet, Warren argues that Joshua is now facing the most dangerous puncher he's met since his heavyweight title unification, when he battled back from the canvas to outlast Vladimir Klitschko over 7 years ago. Warren told Queensberry, "I do. Joshua knows it as well. Don't worry about that. Listen, he knows him. He's sparred with him. There's this big debate about what happened in that sparring, and I've heard 2 versions of it. One of the reasons we signed him and I sponsored him was because of what I was being told, and that was from people who were there." As Dubois prepared for his June clash with Filip Hrgović, he found himself the target of the Croatian's taunts, which dredged up memories of their past sparring sessions. Rather than shaking Dubois' confidence, Hrgovic's verbal jabs only seemed to strengthen his determination. Dubois brushed aside a series of Hrgovic's thunderous right hooks and ultimately dominated the previously unbeaten fighter, claiming a decisive victory in the 8th round. If the rumors are to be believed, Dubois is now the one celebrated for his remarkable sparring stories, yet he's opted to stay mum and leave the issue in the past. Warren grasps Dubois' hesitation to delve into old wounds, but senses that the root of the discontent lies deep within their intertwined history. Warren said, "I understand that. That was then, but how I look at it was that was a 17-year-old kid in with a fella who was, 24 or 25? A gold medalist and whatever? He's got stronger. He punches harder now. He's matured. He seems mentally stronger. He's a much more mentally strong guy. I saw that in Hrgović because he talked a lot about what he'd done to him. It wasn't the case, actually. They didn't spar once, they sparred 4 or 5 times, and it was very tough sparring for both of them." Fabio Wardley is sure of a Joshua victory. Although Dubois holds the champion title, he enters the ring as a significant underdog, despite his impressive condition. Should Joshua emerge victorious, he will secure his 3rd reign as heavyweight champion. Wardley, a top contender in the division, has full confidence in Joshua's ability to succeed. Wardley voiced his conviction that AJ was poised for victory and probably to halt his opponent's progress. He admitted that the exact moment of the stoppage was unpredictable, but he was confident that AJ's physical attributes, strength, and experience provided him with a distinct advantage. While he respected Daniel's capabilities, Wardley highlighted that AJ's experience in critical scenarios and his marginally superior skills would likely propel him to success in this match.
I think AJ wins, and I think AJ will stop him. When? Who knows? But I think he's big, he's strong, and not to say Daniel isn't at all. But I just think AJ's just slightly sharper. Again, been in the game a little bit longer, a bit more used to the big stage, the big events. So again, not to take away anything from Daniel, he's had some massive fights himself, but just that level of comfort of being sat in that kind of moment, I think AJ will rise to that.
Having battled both Joshua and Dubois in the ring, WBC Bridgerweight World Champion Lawrence Okolie has provided his thoughts on the forthcoming fight. With his direct experience, Okolie's evaluation delivers a sharp and informed view on what might unfold in this eagerly awaited showdown. "The outcome really hinges on AJ," Okolie remarked, appreciating the strengths of both fighters. He added, "Dan, I have a lot of respect for him. We've trained together, and from an objective standpoint, he's someone you can't underestimate. He's got serious power, grit, and determination. But if AJ can maintain one thing, consistency, using his long, straight punches effectively, he should come out on top." Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.